Hey everyone, I want to give a quick walkthrough over what the expectations are for the final assignment. You can check out this page if you go to the website skillify.ca, and under the JavaScript unit, you'll find a new link that says check out the final assignment, and it'll take you to this page here. And then you can see on the right-hand side, this is what we're planning to build for the assignment. And I'm just going to kind of jump into how I would approach building this out. Okay, so to start off, we want a home page and an about page. So I will create the new folder, name it store. Geez. And then let's open this in VS Code. Actually, I see it right here. Okay, so we have the store, my new folder open in VS Code. I'm going to create a new file. So one called home HTML, call about HTML. And in this assignment, there's a link to a Tailwind doc. That's that link right here, and you'll see an installation guide on how to install Tailwind into any website. And again, Tailwind is just a modern framework of writing CSS that builds on top of the normal way of writing CSS. So we can copy this entire HTML file here and paste that into about and home. And this is just a regular HTML file, HTML, a head and a body. And inside the head tag, we have a script that is pulling all the Tailwind code and styles from some external website and pulling it into our page. And so just to show the power of Tailwind, I can easily change the background color of different tags. So here I can make that H1 blue, make this one green, and okay, the home page is blue and the about page is green. Okay, great. So now let's build out the next step, which is the French flag here. Okay, so if we go to the home page to build out the French flag, I just start by writing out everything that I want. So I want at the top a navigation. I want a red section, and I want a main section in the middle, and I want a blue section. And if I refresh, let me move this to the home page. If I refresh the home page, okay, now everything's showing up there. And I can very easily give all of these Tailwind classes. I say class equals quotation marks, BG blue 300 and full width. And then I want red to be red. I want this one to be white, blue to be blue, and let's make the navigation bar green. Cool, okay. And then let's get rid of this header. Okay, great. And so I want the navigation bar going across the top, but I want the other three sections to be going horizontally. So I'm actually gonna put them inside of a parent div and make that parent div a 3-column grid. Nice. Okay. So for the navigation bar, I'm gonna give it a home page and an about page. And I guess there'll be links to the page. And if I save this, they're right beside each other. Okay, and that's fine for now. And then inside the main section, if we go and look at the example here, right, the main section has a big image on the left, description on the right, and then like a header image kind of going across the top. So I think I'll make the header image go across right underneath the navigation bar there. And then in the main section, we're going to have a product image and then a product description. And that will be a div and these two, if we refresh our home page. Okay, so now we have the header image going across, and now the product image and the product description are vertical, but we actually want to make that horizontal. So I think I'm going to make this main section actually a 2-column grid. So you make it a grid by saying grid, and then you make it 2 columns by saying grid column 2. And if you don't know what to do, you can always look it up in the Tailwind docs. So I can just go to Tailwind docs and say grid, and it'll tell me, oh, if you want to make a 4-column grid, you can just say grid column, and then the number of columns you want. So in our case, 2-column grid. Okay. What next? What next? Maybe let's actually put the image in. So where's my image? Is image of a kayak. And I want to put that where the product image is supposed to be. So in here, it's going to be an image. And the source is kayak.jpg. Nice, it already found it for me. And if I save this and refresh, okay, nice. So we see the kayak picture show up. I think the red stripe and the blue stripe, they're too large, right? We want them to be kind of smaller sidebars, and we want the middle column to be longer. So I'm going to change this 3-column grid, right, which is red, white, and blue, to a 12-column grid, and I want the red and blue to just kind of take up 2 columns each, and I want the main column to take up the rest, right? So if you go to Tailwind and you search for column span, you can do call span 2. So then I want in this 12-column grid, because if I refresh now, everything's going to look messed up, because now I have 12 columns going across the grid, and each of these divs, child divs by default, is only going to take up 1 column at a time. So we need to say, hey, I want you to take up more than just 1 column. So I'll say call span 2. So if I refresh, nice, 2. And I want the blue to be call span 2. Nice. And then 2 plus 2 is 4. And then if the whole thing is 12, that means this is 12 minus 4, which is 8. If I refresh, nice.